Hello, we are KarmicSteps
and we are at
Jatiluwih Rice Terraces. So, Jatiluwih is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is actually not the rice terraces that most people choose to visit because it's a little bit farther out, an hour and a half from Ubud. So it's great to do if you're coming from another point in the island and booking like a private driver and making a stop here. It's less touristy, there aren't any swings or gimmicky things like that. Of course, there's some things for the tourists, still beautiful.
Some more rooms or restaurants.
Yeah, but it's beautiful right now. We're here in October. Today is 10th of October. And it's really not that busy. And one thing that's really interesting to know is there are different seasons of the rice fields, of course, because as the harvesting and the planting goes. So the seasons are, there's a full of water season, which is really aesthetic, I imagine, because they completely flood these rice terraces. After that, it's Nandur, and that is where they actually plant the rice, so where the water sort of subsides, but then it's still quite wet. Then it is the green rice field, which is what we have right now, and this is the one that you see in all the beautiful photos and videos. Of course, it is extremely aesthetic and great to see it like this. Afterwards, you see the yellow rice field, which I imagine is equally beautiful, and then you get the harvesting, which is called Manyi. And as a tourist, you can come and experience that. You can actually physically harvest
your own
harvest the rice. Yeah, cool. But I'm pretty happy we got this because honestly it feels
lush and green.
Feels like we're in a painting, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And people are eating like on the side of the street and just overseeing this beautiful rice terrace.
And you can get all sorts of different rice snacks.
Balinese snacks.
Balinese snacks.
From the local people.
Everything made of rice. Oh, and rice is called bras in Indonesian.
Bras and bras.
Bras merah.
Bras merah is red rice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Bali doesn't actually export any rice. All the rice they make, they
eat themselves.
They eat themselves. Yeah. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And one thing to note is that there is no Gojeks or Grab here. You need to come here with the driver, and they will just sit and wait for you, and then you need to leave with the driver too. But I saw some of those boards that says no Gojek, no Grab, no like Uber, stuff like that.
And just for reference, we booked a car to take us from pretty far up north, and we're doing 3 stops today and then ending in Ubud. So it's a full day tour, and it's $65 for a car for 4 people with luggage, and they're super friendly and helpful. So yeah, we'll put the link in the, not the link, there's no link, they don't have a website. We'll put their WhatsApp number and their names in the description.
Yeah, some details. Okay.
Let's go explore.
Let's go explore.
What is this called?
Kurek.
Kurek? Okay. Gu. Kurek. Kurek. And guess what the main ingredient is? Very importante. Our amazing drivers suggested a luwak coffee spot just outside of Jatiluwih. It wasn't even on our itinerary, but we've learned that some of the best moments come from trusting local tips. What we expected to be a quick stop turned into a full coffee tasting experience. A free tour and a coffee tasting, and yes, even a friendly luwak. Sorry, luwak coffee.
Okay, enjoy please and take your time.
Thank you so much.
Robusta coffee. Yeah, Arabica. Slice the bark and then we rolling the bark and then we dry under the sun till like stick.
Smells delicious, yeah.
You can smell from the leaf. Sorry, you can smell it, yeah?
Wow. That's crazy.
But for the
It's okay. Say me, I say. Yeah.
He's going to get a lot of food as well.
because my owner keep the animal from baby, yeah, that's why they already friendly. But the other one no friendly, they can buy. Okay, this is coffee processing. Yeah, we process coffee by hand by firewood. Yeah.
And
That's great.
we are at Jati Wangi
Luwak.
Luwak Coffee tastings, where they have live luwaks that are just chilling. He's just having a wee nap and it's so soft, it's so furry, and I want to keep it. And I want him to poop out the coffee for me forever. What's his name?
Popo.
Popo? Koffie warm. So full-bodied, so aromatic, so Popo. Smell taste 10 out of 10.
What is it?
Lemongrass. Interesting. It's very sweet, but it's very herby, very herbal. Ulun Danu Temple now, and I will say this is the first thing that actually looks kind of temple-ish. The rest are all quite gimmicky, kind of statue-y things, which is interesting. I didn't think that would be here, but we'll probably see more temple vibes that way. So far we've not even reached the temple yet because we're just flopping around in the garden, and our travel companions are very obsessed with statues for some reason. So whenever there's a statue, we're taking a photo. So that's fun. Oh my gosh, and that's the lake. So this temple's actually like in the middle of the lake, which is really cool. And yeah, now we actually see the temple. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
This is actually what we came for. So far we've just been in the garden with some
statues
interesting statues and trees.
Yeah, and trees.
Fascinating trees.
Beautiful gardens though.
Yes.
Really nice.
Kudos to the gardener.
To the gardener.
Gardener.
Yeah, it's really beautiful here. And it rained a little bit, but we rented this umbrella.
Just as we paid a very steep sum of 10,000 rupiah for the umbrella.
It stopped raining, luckily. When it rains in Bali, it's just like rains for 10 minutes.
Yeah, so do not panic when it rains.
Yeah, it rains a little bit and then clears up.
Oh, shall we show them?
We've been really lucky.
Look at this, look at this. Oh my gosh. Wow. See, this is what we actually came for. After this, we briefly stopped for lunch at a spot with a stunning view that had a steaming hot coconut on the menu. Open it. Initially we had planned to end the day at Leke Leke Waterfall, but then one of those travel moments happened where we were so in the moment that we forgot that places had closing times. When we arrived, the staff said that it was already too late and it would be too dark by the time we returned. Thankfully our guide saved the day once again and suggested Campuhan Waterfall, which was just around the corner and available for us to explore. In the next video in our Bali series, we check into our jungle villa, sip mimosas by the pool, and start exploring Ubud. You won't want to miss that one.